Hey guys, welcome back. And just doing a little update on what I've been doing. Haven't posted anything for a few months. Um, I got I got tons of videos and projects I'm working on. It's just being a millwright and this being harvest season right now, and I'm just super busy. So I do what I can and come up with little things and play around and videotape bits and pieces here and there. I did go to Mr. Pete's meet and greet, so I haven't even posted any of that stuff yet. Like I got my dovetail cutters from Mr. Randy Richard. Thank you very much. I haven't used them yet, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Um, got some stuff from a friend of mine that works for Metal. I got, I don't know. He gave me some of the sample tooling. I got some end mills. Got some pretty nice cutters from him. This one actually here, once I looked up the part number, I was wondering why. I said, just one? He says, yeah, just one. He said, look it up. Yeah, this is for cutting real hard metals and stainless. This is about an $80 insert. And there's about $90 to $100 worth right here. So, and then also, a bunch of Banggood stuff. And it's actually really not too bad. I'm gonna do video on all that stuff too. But let's see here. Acquiring cameras and some other stuff. I'm just handheld right now with my tablet. I put a DRO on my lathe. Look for videos for this model right here. I couldn't find anything. I come close on the number, but like some of the references and stuff that they use in the video, it doesn't work, and passwords and all that's all different. I had to figure it all out on my own on this model, so it's kind of a pain. There's another camera, and it's actually hooked up to a big screen TV. And I did some grinding work. The mill, I got rid of sold my Bridgeport. Found this really nice Index 745. And I went through it. I got video of it, backing it in the driveway, unloading it. There for a minute there, I thought we were going to have a Brian Block episode, but it was all good. Spoiler. I put a DRO on it. Put backsplash on it, all rubber. Put new wave wipers in it. This has chrome hardened waves. All the scraping and everything is still in it. Flaking's all there. And pretty much, it's a pretty old machine. There's another camera I got, a GoPro. And what I'm making here is a indexing cutter for my shaper. That way you can index the tool and then bolt that back on. We'll see if it works. It's just my design, the way of trying to figure out how to cut a square hole and still index the tool. And then when that's tightened down, it should hold the tool. I hope. Let's see here, what else? Oh, got the old snow removal tractor in here. Changing the rear differential. Grease in it right now. Letting it all drain out. Now I'll get acquired this here Lincoln welder, this 10,000 watt. Yeah, Ranger 10,000. It's about 9-10 years old, but it only has 1,000 hours. They bought it for a backup generator. So that was a really good buy. Scrapyard find. This old, no name on it. It was rusted. It just come out of the Vapo Rust about a week ago, and getting it cleaned up. I think it's a Cushman, but I don't know. But I got it, picked it up, so I can mount it on my rotary table. Found that 12-inch rotary table maybe 3 weeks ago, about 2 towns over. Well, that, and I had to drive 3 hours to get that 4-jaw. 10-inch Cushman, independent 4-jaw. Yeah, and you don't want to carry it around. It's pretty stout. But so the rotary table will be probably the next tear down cleanup. I can't find any information on it either. I think it might be shop made, parts from something else to make one. I don't know. I can't find anything. There's nothing stamped on it anywhere. So that chuck is going to go on the rotary table and it's also going to be a shaper project. I'm gonna cut all this off so I can put a mounting plate on it, because it's just so high, because the mounting plate's just as thick as what I'm going to take off of it. So got that old light. That's going to be a restore little project, and it's going to go in the house in a room that I have full of old lighting, and it's got corrugated metal on the walls, and it's just set up to old-timey looking room addition me and my wife put on the house about 2-3 years ago. Shaper project. I was working on it the other day. We had the ice storm and lost power, and I was trying to do a little knurl thing. It was working, and then my phase converter made a heck of a noise when the transformer went out. Let's see here, got some more stuff back here. There's another project I'm going to do over the winter for all my other followers that are into mini bikes and go-karts. I found that hanging in a barn. That's my engine, but that old chopper frame. So I'm gonna put it back together and form a body and fenders. I'm gonna make it all. Couple engines. The old Harbor Fraud bandsaw. Actually, pretty good saw. I mean, if you set it up right, run it slow, and don't push it, it'll cut anything. It has a 2 3/8 bar in it right now, and that takes about 6 minutes to cut through it using oil. Found this old LB White propane heater. It works fine. I thought about hooking it up. Let's see here. Wilton. Got my vise tore apart. That's a little grinder project. I use a grinder on all this surfaces and stuff. They come out pretty good. There's the bottom plate for the tailstock on the lathe, the 17-inch tailstock that I had to cut an inch off to bring it down to 15-inch. And I still need to set it up and cut the V-groove. So I'll do that sometime. But other than that, yeah, I've got tons of video stuff and stuff I'm working on. I even worked on a car for a guy. Put a new let's see, it's actually it's a tail panel. It's an aftermarket tail panel for Firebird 74 to 77. I put a tail panel and a full trunk in a car, and that took me about 2.5 weekends. and he had my car in storage while his car was in here, so I finally got mine back, and batteries on the tender, and I got to get it covered yet. Got the Harley put away and covered. Got all the batteries out of my Power Stroke. Got them in here on the tender. I didn't do it last year, and I paid for it. About $300 worth of batteries right there. So yeah, I pulled them out of the truck and put them on tenders. So that's where I'm at. I'm like I said, I got a lot of video stuff I'm working on, but you can see the tailstock laying down here on the floor when I picked up at a scrapyard. Get $15 for it. Works great. Tore it apart. Everything's nice inside. Need to get the old paint off of it. I don't have a clue what it's from. I know it was a CNC lathe because it had the slider door at the chuck. It wasn't an enclosed lathe, not like a traditional CNC. It was a older, probably 80s, and it just had the panel that you would. It was on rollers on the. It was integrated in onto the drip pan and the backsplash, and so it had to be shut, and then it would lock when the chuck was spinning, you know. So I don't have a clue what it was. It was so robbed through, and yeah, there's my bucket of Vapo rust. It's probably about a month and a half old, and it's still taking rust off parts. Takes a little while now, but there's stuff down in there soaking right now. It'd probably take 3-4 days to get some rust off a few things. Little side project for a customer. I don't have a clue what it's for, but these are what he drew up, and this, yeah, it's what he wanted. I don't have a clue what it's for, but it's done, and he's called and told him to come get it. Oh yeah, this came out of the Vapo rust. This sat in it for a week. I mean, it was brown. So it cleaned up real nice. I'll probably paint it or something and use it probably for a mount for a camera or something. I don't know. But, well, I'll try to get some video, some better content out to y'all here as soon as I can. Oh, yeah, while I was talking, you know, I went to Mr. Pete's meet and greet and met a bunch of people, and also, you know, got my starting an accumulation of some stickers here. You know, I got